We'll now look at some reasons behind autocorrelation. The first one is inertia slash sluggishness. It refers to the momentum that builds up after a point in time. One such example can be the recovery after a downturn when successive observations can be correlated. So one example which we can think of is that of GDP. So let's say um, so let's start with some hypothetical time. Let's call this time 0, and let's say we are looking at 10 periods. Okay, in period number 5, there was a, a, a huge shock, a huge financial shock, after which the GDP fell. So let's say this is what GDP series looks like. GDP fell after the fifth period, and till seventh period the GDP was falling, and in seventh period, in fact, the government increased its spending, so the effect will be felt one period later. So in period 8, it will increase, the GDP begins to increase, the economy begins to recover after a downturn. So till between 5 and 7, there's a downturn. After period 7, the economy begins to recover, and what we see is a upward trend, okay, upward trend in the GDP, and it goes on and on and on. So notice that there was a momentum, okay, that this series has after period 7. So if you look at this particular period, after government increased its spending or the central bank lowered its interest rates, after this period, what really happens is that GDP begins to increase, and because of this momentum, it is possible that the error terms, the residual terms, might be correlated to each other after period 7 till 10. Okay, the second reason is model specification error. An incorrect specification means that some important variables are not included or a wrong functional form is used. In such a case, the residuals will generate a systematic pattern. So it is possible that you're using an incorrect specification, you did not include some important variables in the model, or you used a wrong functional form. So these are two possible reasons that you can that can lead to autocorrelation problem in your regression model. And the third one is cobweb pattern. So some commodities exhibit a cobweb pattern. So for example, the price in period T, that is current time period, could be a function of the price in the previous time period. Okay, so the model could look something like this. So the price in the current time period would depend on the price in the previous time period. Okay, so in some sense, the information contained in the previous time period could be affecting the price in the current time period. And if you are not accounting for this, it is possible that the errors might be autocorrelated. Okay, so in this case, we have explained the same thing, that price of a good in the current time period depends on the price in the last time period. So cobweb pattern is very much possible. Data manipulation. Often smoothing in time series data can result in systematic pattern in disturbances. So smoothing is something which is very commonly used in time series data. So for example, what we can do is, so this is not smoothing is something which basically statisticians, they do to weed out the seasonality in the data, and sometimes it can result in autocorrelation as well.